Hey guys, this lesson is for using order of operations with exponents. Okay, so we are just going to use what we've learned about exponents and evaluate expressions using them. Okay, we're going to use something called GEMDAS. That's our acronym that we'll use. Okay, so the G here stands for groupings. That could either be brackets or parentheses. Okay. Here we'll be talking about exponents, so squared, cubed, so forth when we talk about powers of numbers. Then we have multiplication and division. These will be done from left to right, whatever one comes first. And then addition and subtraction, left to right, whatever comes first. Okay. All right, we're just going to go ahead and skip that and we'll go into our first problem here. Puebla, Mexico has been known for its talavera tiles since the 1500s. Today, artists in the United States use talavera tiles in buildings and walkways. 3 stages of a pattern with the tiles are shown below. How many tiles are needed to make stage 40 of the pattern? So I know what I'm going to end up needing to do is solving for stage 40. But first, I need to look at the pattern here. So I can see the very first stage, I have 4 on the outside, 1 in the middle. Now on stage 2, I can see I still have 4 on the outside, but then I have more in the middle. Stage 3, I see I'm still keeping that 4. So the same thing that keeps going between these is that 4, and then some more in the middle here. So what I'm noticing is that in this one, I have 4 plus 1, and I know 1 squared is the same as 1, right? So then on the next stage, I see I start with those 4 outside ones, and then I've added 2 squared because 2 squared is 4, right? So I'm going up a power on each stage. So if that's true, that means that on stage 3, I'll start with my 4 outside pieces, right? I have my 4 outside pieces plus 3 squared. So let's see, 3 squared is 9. Do I have 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, so the pattern that I'm working for is my 4 squares plus whatever stage I'm in, and then that number is going to be squared. So because we have that pattern, we know for stage 40, we can just plug in that 40. So stage 40 is going to be 4 plus 40 squared. Now, because I'm following order of operations, I need to do the squared before I can add. So if I'm thinking about GEMDAS, oops, I didn't want that marker. If I'm thinking about GEMDAS, exponents come way before addition. So I need to solve that exponent first. So 40 squared is 40 times 40. Okay, and 40 times 40 is the same as, so I'm going to keep that there. 40 times 40 is the same as 1600. I don't need those parentheses anymore. And then I'm just going to keep writing my problem down. And now that I've done my exponents, I can go ahead and add to get 1604. Okay. All right, so this is just an example of showing what we did to find that pattern, and then why we used our variable. Okay. And now looking at number 2, it says Tamara is using rice paper to make Japanese lanterns. The expression 2s squared plus 40s represents the surface area of a lantern where the base edges are s inches long. Okay, what is the surface area of a lantern when s is 9 inches? So now instead of having a variable, they've given us a value. So I know that these are going to be worth 9. So that means I'm going to write my expression 2s squared plus 40s. But then they've told us that s equals 9. So anywhere I see an s, I'm going to replace it or substitute it with a 9. Okay, so I have 2, and then we have 9, and I'm going to put that exponent with my 9 because if you can see here, the s, the squared is happening to the s. So I'm just going to pair that here with the 9. Plus 40 times 9. Okay. Okay, and then just like always, I'm going to, every single time I'm working with order of operations, I like to write this acronym out to help me with what I need to start with. So the first thing I need to do is I need to look at groupings. Are there any parentheses where something is happening inside of it? So in this parenthesis, there's just a 9, so I'm not going to do anything to that. But in this parenthesis, I see that there's an exponent that needs to be simplified in here. So I'm going to do that one first. So I have 2. And then 9 squared is 9 times 9. So this is the same as 9 times 9, which is 81, plus 40 times 9. So I've done my grouping. I always like to rewrite my problem once I've solved one step. So now looking at my order of operations, I've done groupings. Do I have any exponents that I need to solve? Nope. Okay, now I'm going to go through multiplication. I do see some multiplication here. When I have parentheses like this with a number on the outside, that indicates multiplication. So I can distribute this here and this here by multiplication. So we're going to go ahead and multiply those numbers. Okay, so we have 81 times 2, which is 162, plus 40 times 9, which is 360. Okay, so now I've done my multiplication. I'm going to go ahead and look through my new level of order of operations here, and I see no division, but I do see some addition. So I'm going to add, and I'm running out of space here, so I'm going to give myself like a little whiteboard. So I have 162 plus 360. When I'm adding multi-digit numbers, it's really important to make sure that your place values are nice and even so you can see what's being added to what. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. So we have an area of 522. Okay. So I know that I've done that, and I have no subtraction, so I know my answer is complete. Now looking at this next one, we don't have a story problem, but we're just given an expression. So I'm going to start off again, always, gem dust. Okay. Whoa, I dropped my pencil. Sorry about that. Okay, so 5 times the quantity of 3 cubed minus 4. Okay. First things first, let's look at our groups. So I have a group here, and I see there's some stuff happening in here. So inside my groupings, I need to follow the order of operation first. So I can't do 3 minus 4 because order of operations, subtraction's all the way at the end here. So I do need to take care of this exponent. See how exponent comes first? So I'm going to take care of that exponent first. So I know that 3 to the third is the same as 3 times 3, that product times 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. So we have 9 here, times another 3 is going to be 27. So I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite my problem. 5 times 27 minus 4. Okay. So we're still working within our grouping. We're still working on groupings. So let's see, what do I need to do in grouping? 27 minus 4. I know that 27 minus 4 is 23. Rewrite my problem. I've done my grouping. I don't see any exponents, but I do see that there's some multiplication that needs to be happening here. So I'll do 23 times 5. We have 15. Okay, we come out with 115. Okay. I've done multiplication. I have no division. I don't have addition or subtraction, so I know that my answer is final. Ta-da! All right, now let's look at our last one here. This one is a little trickier because we have several variables that we have to substitute, but nothing we can't handle. So we're going to start off, write gem dust. Get in the habit of doing it when you're doing order of operations. Okay, and then we'll write our expression, which is m plus 4n squared minus 5q plus 4. Now it tells us that m is 5, n is 2, And Q, I'm going to do purple here, is 3. Okay, so we'll go ahead. Anywhere I see an M, I will substitute it with a 5. So 5 plus 4 times, I need to put an N there, which is 2. I'm going to keep that squared with my N because that's the operation. It's being done to the N, so we're going to keep that together. Minus 5. I see a Q, so I'm going to insert 3 plus 4. Okay, so now that I've substituted all my values, I'm ready to start order of operations. So I'm going to do my groupings first. So just like the last problem here, or the previous problem, this 3, nothing's really happening inside of this grouping, but I can see in this one, there's some exponents that need to be taken care of. So I know that 2 times 2 is going to be 4. So I'll rewrite my problem. So I have 5 plus 4 times 4, because that's what my exponent was, minus 5 times 3 plus 4. So I like to rewrite every step to make sure that I'm going through and fixing all of those. So I've done my groupings. I can see now in my new line, I have no exponents. Now I'm going to go next. What do I need to do? Multiplication. So I do see there's some multiplication that needs to happen here and multiplication that needs to happen here. So I'll start off by rewriting 5 plus 4 times 4 is 16 minus 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4. Okay, so I've done my multiplication. I see there's no division. Now I need to do addition and subtraction. So I'm going to rewrite it as my steps go. So I have this first part, which is 5 plus 16. And 5 plus 16 is 21. Rewrite my step. Okay. Now I'm going to keep going. 21 minus 15 is 6 plus 4. Do it again. 10. So we see our answer here should come out to 10. So it's really important that we follow our order of operations to get the right answer, because this step here could quickly go wrong and come out to 2, which is an incorrect answer. So you need to make sure after I do one step, rewrite, do it again, rewrite, do it again. Okay? Alrighty, guys, that's order of operations with exponents. If you have any questions, please message me, and happy math.